back to another episode of the Colon Podcast. I'm your host, Ronath, and today we have our co host, Ratish. So, in today's episode, we're going to talk about a very serious topic. So, I think you guys must have seen this on social media, and in the news, media outlets, you might be hearing the story, and that is the Myanmar situation. So, it's not very vocal on social media at the moment because the state generals, the people in control in Myanmar, are they have blocked social media, Facebook, and all that, so which prevents how should I say, circulating the people's thoughts to the world. So,
Yeah.
but slowly here and there, we're getting the information. Media outlets are covering it. So today we're going to talk in depth of what's going on there. For those of you who don't know, um, so Ritesh, you want to start? Give us the
Go
start.
ahead, man. Go start with it now. Let's go with
I'll start
it.
with it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So basically, ever since the 1990s, the Myanmar or Burma, they changed the name from Burma to Myanmar, and it was run by um, you know um, an army general, and his name is Min Han, if I'm not mistaken. Min An Hilain. Apologies if I mispronounced his name. So he's a Burmese army general. So and right now, as of right now, he took back the control. So he's currently serving as the chairman of the State Administration of Council and commander in chief of the Myanmar armed forces. So these guys, they back in the 1990s, for a very long time, they used to be in control of Myanmar, and they used all that. They have a lot of what do you call exports. It's just like Sri Lanka, right? Lots of great exports, lots of farming and all that. So they used all that money. They built their riches. They bought nice cars. So it's a bit like North Korea. It's a authoritarian, Jesus, authoritarian. There we go.
Okay.
Regime, basically. So after some time, in 2016, so there was a vote, and in that vote, a state councillor was elected, and she, a female, it's you could say councillor is almost the same as prime minister and president. Um, we got a new one in Myanmar, and her name is Aung San San Suu. Again, apologies if I mispronounced the name. So she completely transformed the country. So all of a sudden, the industry, the economy is booming. Lots of people are getting jobs. Kids are going to school. Great businesses building up. People are investing and all that. So again, very recently, the same army decided, you know what, we miss having all that riches,
The control, man.
our land, control. They were like, you know what, we're gonna take it back. So they were like,
No.
okay,
Yeah.
she
You're gonna
she
take it
wanted
back.
she wanted yeah so they were like she wanted illegally, and then they took back the control. So now people out there, they are protesting because obviously it's unfair, right? They took back the control. The country is going to a what do you call a complete state of chaos,
Hmm.
and people are getting the money from their ATMs. They stopped, I think, importing, exporting or something. Again, now block Facebook, so it's complete chaos. So people are like using this as a way to protest without they want to peacefully protest. So that's what's going on, generally speaking, in Burma, Myanmar. So what do you think?
Man, dude. So finally, we witnessed something, liberalization of the country itself. Initially, it was like completely, military wise. Yeah, it was basically it was controlled by military, and we have like, Sang Shungsi, she wanted to move to the democratic side of it, but now after this
Absolutely.
happened, nothing, she was removed from prime minister position, everything. So yeah, man, she won a Nobel Prize itself,
Absolutely.
right? While being under arrest,
I
home arrest in 2016, right?
yeah, I think she was
Yeah, she won that
yeah, I
too.
think she was under arrest, and she won a
Yeah, she won a Nobel
peace.
Prize,
Yeah,
man. And
yeah. I don't know for what. I think maybe I think it's because of the
for
whole
peace, for peace, for peace,
for peace. Yeah,
for the
yeah. Democracy.
liberalization of Myanmar itself.
Myanmar. Yeah,
Yeah,
Nice. That's so all the power to her, and she completely transformed the country
Yeah, she was
with her
moving towards that
control.
direction. And then all
So
of a sudden,
for
it's in the constitution, man. It's in their military's constitution that the military can take all the power. As well as before the
mm,
election,
mm,
they made up some rules in the government itself. They could have, they made up some rules in the government. They implemented 1/4 of their parliament as military representatives, as representatives, as well as
mm,
initially the age of a military servant as in general was about 50s or something, and they
uh-huh.
changed the law to be 65 because the military general in the country was 64 years old. It was completely
uh,
pre-planned. Yeah, it was pre-planned, man, pre-planned. So they had an idea. Okay, if Aung San Suu Kyi like won the prime minister position in the Myanmar itself, we should take the, we should take the control of the country itself. So they
the upper hand,
actually
yeah.
pre-executed everything. They made that happen. They had the mastermind plan in their heads itself.
And the
Yeah,
heads in the yeah
yeah. And
yeah. So now
there's another
it's
assumption.
in action.
Exactly, there's another assumption too. Since
Mhm.
they were provided with COVID, what do you call them?
Vaccination or
Yeah, yeah, they were provided with 350
warnings.
million. Yeah, they were provided with
Okay.
350 million dollars. three
Okay.
hundred fifty million dollars of COVID. What do you call it?
Relief, I think. Relief,
Uh,
right?
co- you know, COVID money. Yeah, it's
Re-
COVID money.
yeah,
So for
relief
replacements
fund, I
and
think. Yeah.
all the camps and all.
Yeah.
So it states that the money could be used for anything. It's normal purposes. You can use it for anything. It's
Mm,
regardless of you don't have to take accounts of it. The military or else the people in the government could uh, take out this opportunity and take out like
uh,
use it for their needs, use the money for their needs.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's another
Yes,
assumption
buy
too.
new,
And there's
buy
another
another Bentley
assumption.
and all.
There's another record too. There's
Mhm.
another record that there have been war crimes happening here and there, man. There have been war crimes. They have been killing off this ethnic community, right?
Rohingyas, I think. Rohingya Muslims.
Rohingya
Rogi,
Muslims. Yeah,
Rohingya
yeah.
Muslims. Yeah.
So this, if Aung San Suu Kyi comes out to the position of prime minister, she could bring out the war crimes and present it to the nations itself, present it to the UNs.
Mm.
That could happen. So these generals could be in trouble, all the military could be in trouble. So in order to prevent all of these circumstances, they inverted the military option over there. That's it.
That's what's happened. So, and they're also claiming that the election that they won or what they recently had or whatever is what do you call false and illegal or whatever.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
illegal, sorry, false count or whatever.
yeah. The false
So
count, but
fraud count.
still,
Yeah,
the
fraud
election
and all. So
representatives say that it's nothing's wrong with the election itself. It's completely, you know,
nothing.
it's
That's the thing.
completely,
Even the one in
yeah, fair.
yeah, completely fair. Even the one they did back in a long time ago in the 90s, I suppose, it was
Yeah.
conducted by the army and they still lost. Oh, I've heard that. I saw that in an article.
No, man, I feel bad for the
So
people, man. I feel very bad for the people. They
yeah,
ultimately, they go on an election, vote for the people they choose, and ultimately, military takes control over that. It's like,
yeah, was, it's a
breaking
booming
your
economy.
legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Because a lot of things are being made in Myanmar, right? Most of the things are made in like China, Vietnam, and now Myanmar. They also have lots of rich exports,
And there are
so
some
it's a
rumors, man.
booming economy.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there are some rumors too. Like the China
Mm-hmm.
could be in the back, China could be in the back
Uh,
and, pushing the military in Myanmar, you know.
Giving them the money and the support
Yeah,
to
the money and the
overthrow
ethnic communities, they have
ethnic
yeah,
thing against the Muslims. Yeah,
Uyghur Muslims over there, and they're gonna, fuck, man.
continue that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
continue that over here itself.
it is very much possible. Obviously, not confirmed. We're not confirming anything, but it's very much possible.
It's very much
If there
possible,
is
man.
a
It's seriously possible. You know,
if there is a lead like that, yeah, I
yeah,
would believe it.
the government's police have been condemning this. The government's police itself, the government's police itself have been protesting out in the public, joining hands with public. And
That's the crazy part. So
exactly,
yeah,
the
it's the
government
military
itself is
taking
against
over.
them. Doctors, nurses, everyone, the healthcare
Yeah,
departments.
doctors.
Yeah.
I think the nurses started a movement called "Stop the Disobedience"
Hmm.
or something like that, or "Control the Disobedience," uh, if I'm not mistaken. So everybody's protesting, right? It's not just a small crowd, right? Like if we take the main city,
Hmm.
there is over 1.9 million people protesting, and also in the
It's
foreign
a
cities
serious
as well.
protest, man, going ahead.
Uh, Absolutely serious
They-
process. So
They're fighting
um,
for their rights, dude. Seriously, they're fighting for their fucking rights.
yeah, and it's really sad, I think, because it's a really booming economy, and they had a really good leader, and it's all gone to shambles as a
Yeah, they
result.
have
So
all the natural resources too. Back up. Yeah.
it's, they have everything. So that's the thing. So all the best. Okay, maybe that's a bad way of saying it, but I really hope Myanmar can get through this. I think they can
True.
definitely.
Uh, they have been telecasting the TV's the military
Mm.
propaganda. You know their successful achievements and shit. The televisions of
Yeah,
Myanmar.
there's so much propaganda. Even this, even like Facebook, they push their propaganda and all using
Yeah,
their accounts, but they block the Facebook
the Facebook has
spreading
been
asserted.
blocking it. Yeah, they have
Yeah,
blocked
and
the
oh yeah,
misinformation provided by the
yeah,
military itself.
yeah. Facebook blocked the military's page, I think.
Yeah, please.
Facebook,
Yeah,
as in
they
like
did that.
Zuckerberg from the
Mhm.
headquarters, they did it. Yeah. So that's also good news. So the Rohingya or Rohingya Muslim story is obviously it happened quite a while back. I think it's still
Yeah,
happening maybe to this day.
still happening, man.
Uh,
Still.
Still happening, right?
Yeah,
So we'll cover that in a different episode, hopefully. But yes, the same thing as Uyghur Muslim, ethnic cleansing. They're living in poor conditions. They're fighting for their rights. Blah blah blah. It's the same story. Even this same story, we have seen it across history
it's
since
happening all over
generations.
the world, man. People are fighting for their rights. People are not,
That's it.
you know, they're not given equality, man.
That's the thing. So it's a fight,
You
since
know,
the dawn of
they they actually
humanity.
ask for equality, nothing else.
That's the thing. Very basic human rights,
Very basic thing. They just
and
ask for their respect.
that's the thing. And then in return, you got a couple of assholes who
You
who
know,
want
right?
to ruin it for
You
everybody.
know?
It's like when you had for example PE. I remember we used to have PE and break time back in primary school. It only takes a one kid to ruin everything, right? All of a sudden, break is cancelled for everyone. PE time cancelled for everybody. Reduced time. Only takes a one person to ruin everything. So in this case, yeah, it only takes one or a bunch of hooligans to really cause some damage for everybody. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's the
It's
crazy
sad.
part. So I think that's the sad part. So that's what we wanted to do, convey this story to you guys. Please make sure to check out more articles and stories. We're just here to, provide awareness.
Yeah, and you know,
That's it.
like,
Mm.
comment, subscribe.
Yeah,
You know,
controversy, guys.
show
Yeah,
your thoughts, share your thoughts about it, man. Let's
yeah, share your
support
thoughts.
this.
Yeah,
Let's support this movement
yeah,
right now.
yeah. In case we miss something, yeah, make sure to comment it down. We'll
Yeah.
update. We'll update. Yeah.
So
These
signing
Mandela's
off,
make it hurt.
Colin.